Marbury versus Madison. This is one of the most important cases in the history of the Supreme Court. And what some people may not know is that the Supreme Court was not necessarily going to be a powerful, highly important branch of government. They did want an independent judiciary to help resolve cases and controversies, but there isn't in the Constitution anything written that says the Supreme Court will determine the constitutionality of acts of Congress, of acts of the executive, of the president. And we've all heard the Supreme Court determined this was unconstitutional. That power itself doesn't arise from the text of the Constitution. It arises from this case, Marbury versus Madison, establishing the function of judicial review. Why does Congress respect the decisions of the Supreme Court when they say that an act of Congress is unconstitutional? Why does the executive acquiesce to decisions by the Supreme Court that executive actions are unconstitutional? The Supreme Court doesn't have a police force, a military, doesn't make law, doesn't execute law. It adjudicates cases and controversies. We have a tradition, and it's not founded in the profane exercise of power. It's founded in respect for the independent judiciary, that judicial decisions are supreme. They are to be respected by Congress. They are to be respected by the president. And there haven't been so many cases of blatant disobedience of Supreme Court judicial decree. So a question that leaves me with, is judicial supremacy right? Is it something that we can rely on? Why wasn't it made more explicit in prior eras? Does it need to be made more explicit now? And I think that opens up a lot of important angles of consideration.